Dan was jy in die verkeerde klas. Okay. Right. Let's look at trig equations. Okay, so technically, come in. We are still busy with. It's take me, Baie dankie, hoor. Sê vir baie dankie. Gaan sy nie nodig hê nie. Okay, great stuff. Thanks. Technically, we're still busy with general equation, but we are now first going to have to solve an equation or alter it a bit before we can go and get general equation. So what I'm going to ask you is, example 1, vind die algemene oplossing. Find the general equation. And I'm giving you 3 cos x minus sin x equal to 0. Nou onthou jy die vorige kere het ek vir jou gegee, ek gou kyk. Ek het vir jou gesê, sê maar cos 2x is gelyk aan 0,789. So I gave you either sin or cos or tan, and then it was equal to a number. Nee, so van daar af was dit vir jou maklik om te identifiseer, would that be positive or negative, and also in which quadrant would it be. Nee, maar nou het jy 2 onbekende. So what we're going to do here is, first things first, we treat it as a normal equation. Omdat hy is gelyk aan 0 is, nee, gaan ek heel eers sê, kom ons vat hierdie oukie oor, nee. So dan gaan ek hê, kom, 3 cos x is equal to positive sin x. Nee, so ek het net die sin x oorgevat. But now we still left with that problem of, I can't do both sin and cos. Nee, maar wat ons wel weet, is dat as ek sin gedeel deur cos, dan raak hy tan. Nee, so wat ek nou hier gaan doen is, ek gaan sê, gaan deel albei kante deur cos x. Nee, because when I do that, this divided by cos x will just become 3. Do you guys get that? Kom ek skryf hom vir jou uit. Drie cos x op cos x is gelyk aan sin x op cos x. Okay, and now what's going to happen is these are going to cancel out. Nee, so can you see I only have the 3 left on that side, and then sin x over cos x is the same as tan x. Nee, so jy kan hom nou andersom gaan skryf, tan x is gelyk aan 3. And now it looks like normal general equation. Nee, okay, what would then have been my next step? Get the help angle. Nee, gaan kry gou vir my jou hulpboekie. Okay, so jou hulpboekie gaan wees hoeveel? And then tan we see is positive, and that only happens in the first quadrant. Onthou daar is nog 'n kwadrant, maar omdat hy sy periode is ons net 180, so ek gebruik net kwadrant 1. Nee. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. You guys quickly get me the general equation of tan x is equal to 3. Gou vinnig. Eens kyk of hierdie ding werk. Yes. Rond my af tot 2 desimaal, nee? Goed, is julle klaar? It's basically two things that you had to write down. Can we carry on? Kan ek maar wys? Julle klaar? Goed, so die eerste ding wat jy gedoen het, you got the help angle by saying shift tan 3, nee? And that gave you a help angle of 71,565, maar dan rond jy hom ons af, dan raak hy 0,57, nee? Okay, and we said tan is positive in the first and in the third quadrant, maar ek gaan nie derde kwadrant doen nie. So only quadrant 1 means that x will be equal to 71,57 plus, en onthou, 180 maal n. Why the 180? Because that's the period of a tan graph, nee? Vir sin en vir kos gaan daai wees 360, maar vir tan altyd 180. Okay, please remember that if you did not add that last part at the end, you won't get your mark, nee? Jy moet hom vir my hê. Goed, any questions? Yeah. Okay, so jy sal nou sien, it's exactly what we did last week. Daar's net daai ekstra stapie aan die begin by, nee? Kom ons doen gou nog enetjie, kan ek maar skip? Anyone still copying? Okay. You can write example 2, find the general equation. Hier. Okay. Okay, now, in the previous example, what we did is we took one of those terms to the other side of the equation and then we divided by the same thing. Nee, want toe het hy vir ons lekker uitgewerk, hy geef my tan. Nou, in hierdie geval, omdat hierdie term kos en sin het, gaan dit nie help ek gaan doen dit nie, nee. That's not going to help. Okay, so, what I could then do is I can go take out a general, a common factor. Nee, excuse my Engels was nou weg. Dink gou aan gewone vergelykings, nee? As jy vir my moes x oplos. Remember sometimes we did factorizing. Nee. And we're only going to do common factor for today. Tomorrow we will do difference in two squares and trinomials, nee? Maar jy kan al daai factorisering ook gebruik wanneer jy Trig vergelykings het. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to take out a common factor of, kyk gou graag, wat is gemeen in albei? Wat is 'n gemeene faktor? Cos x. Sien julle dit? Nee? Okay, so ek gaan net hier vir jou skryf, common factor, gemeene faktor. Okay, so let's take out a common factor. Of cos x. Ekskuus, ek gaan nou lelik skryf. So it will be 1 minus 4 sin x equal to 0. Okay, wees nie lekker by daar nie. Ek net hierdie mooier maak. Okay, nou, dink gou terug aan toe jy gewone vergelykings gedoen het. Nee? Okay. Right. Dis die mooiste wat ek om gaan kry. When you guys did normal factorizing, kom ons sê dit was gewees 2x minus 6 En dan het jy, ek wil nou gou jy is 2x kwadraat en so. Then you said, okay, I can take out a common factor of 2x, so this will be x minus 3. Okay. Wat was dan jou volgende stap? Your next step, when you had to solve x, was make that equal to 0. So you said 2x is equal to 0. Nee. Is julle reg? En dan het ons gevat hierdie. As my pen wil saamspeel. Dat ons sê x minus 3 en ons maak dit gelyk aan 0. Onthou julle dit? Nee. Same rules apply here. Ons gaan presies dieselfde doen. So ek gaan nou elkeen van daai gaan gelyk maak aan 0. So jou stap 1 gaan wees, gaan sê dan vir my cos x maak hom gelyk aan 0. Of 1 minus 4 sin x gelyk aan 0. Nee. So now you will see that we have two separate things. And for each one of those, I would have to work out general equation. Verstaan julle? Nee? So jy gaan nou eintlik hier moet dubbel die werk gaan doen. So ek gaan jou nou gou daar eers weer stop. Jy gaan nou self gou vir my verder gaan. Cos x is gelyk aan 0. What would I do? I'm going to get my help angle by saying shift cos 0, nee? En dan gaan kyk jy in watter kwadrante. Aan die regterkant 1 minus 4 sin x. Daar gaan ek nog so klein bietjie moet verander. Ek gaan die 4 sin x oorvat om hom positief te maak en dan raak ek ontslaaf van die 4. Nee. En dan van daar af kan ek gaan hulphoekie kry en besluit in watter kwadrante. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Quickly take it from there as if it's two separate things, nee? Doen jy gou vir my? As kos 0 is dit dan positief of negatief? We see it as positive, nee? Is julle klaar? You guys done? Okay, kom ons kyk gou. First things first, just have a look at the left-hand side, né? Waar kos gelyk is aan 0. As ek daar gaan sê shift kos 0, then it tells me that the help angle will be 90 degrees, né? Okay, now we said when cost is 0, we see it as a positive. And where is cost positive? In the first and in the fourth, né? Okay, so in kwadrant 1 gaan ek net hê x is gelyk aan 90 plus 360 mal n. Please remember about that last part. N is the element of integers. Then in quadrant 4, I would have 360 minus the help angle. Nog steeds plus 360 mal n. En dan moet jy weer daar vir my skryf, né? N is die element van alle heelgetalle. Then if I simplify that 360 minus 90, I'm going to get 270. Okay. So enige vrae oor daai pers of blou gedeelte? Any questions there? Okay, now we also have to look at the right-hand side. The bracket that I made equal to 0. Daai 1 minus 4 sin x gelyk aan 0. Heel eerste wat ek gaan doen is ek vat hierdie oor. Nee, dan sal jy sien raak hy 1 is gelyk aan 1 is gelyk aan positief 4 sin x. En nou wil ek ontslaa raak van daai 4. So as ek hom oorvat, then it means that it would be 1 divided by the 4. So sin x is equal to a quarter. Nou kan ek 'n hulpboekie gaan kry. And shift sine a quarter will give me 14,48 degrees. Okay, en hier sien ek dat sin is positief. And that happens in the first and in the second quadrant. So in the first quadrant, I would have x is equal to help angle of 14,48 plus 360 times n. En weer n is 'n element van alle heelgetalle. And that's where this one stops. Dan kwadrant 2 gaan ek hê x is gelyk aan Kwadrant 2 is mos 180 minus my hulpboekie. 14,48. En is 'n element van heelgetalle. En nou moet ek net gou daai gaan vereenvoudig. So the 180 minus that is going to give me 165,52 plus 360 times n. Okay. Any questions there? Gaan julle hierdie vir my kan doen? Okay. So by die huiswerk wat ek nou vir jou gaan gee, is hierdie die enigste 2 opsies waarvoor jy hoef te gaan kyk, né? We either take out a common factor or we use the option where we take it to one of the terms to the other side of the equation and then divide by something to make it simpler. Okay. So net vir hierdie 2 goedjies gaan jy vir my gaan kyk. So jou huiswerk en jy het lekker nou tyd in die klas, dis min, so jy kan 'n hele paar van hulle, of jy kan eintlik al almal klaarmaak, is oefening 18, which is on page 159. You only going to do number 1, 2 and 7. Net daai drietjies. Okay. En sien nou gou vinnig werk. Daar's meer as 10 minute oor, jy kan klaarmaak.